What's up, Zeno? What's up, Alex? Good to see you two hanging out together, homies. Got to talk to Zeno a few weeks ago, so it's dope to catch back up and the two of you together in the same room. Zeno spoke a lot about you two's friendship and how it was a pleasure to work alongside of you. Now seeing the film, seeing that work come to life, have you all had a chance to see it, and what have you been feeling about your performances on it?
You want to take this one first, or should I?
You do. You go Gamma One.
Okay, I have seen the film. It was a blast, and I gotta say, story-wise, it's got to be one of my favorite films yet. Probably my favorite, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It just had such a nostalgic vibe to it. It drew a lot. It reminded me a lot of like the original Dragon Ball prior to Dragon Ball Z, and I really love that content where it was all about family and fun, and there were a lot more action, especially with side characters as well. And I feel like this film is a great moment for everybody to shine, and it was just great to see the great
Yeah.
Gohan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of Alex, having seen the film and knowing what I know about it. I spoke a lot about this. Like Gamma Two's heart is like really, as far as my performance is concerned, like kind of a shining beacon in the film, and it's kind of I think his key trait, and I think it's what audiences will connect with the most. I usually take to any work that I do and I study it and I criticize it harshly. And I think like no harsher will I be a harsher critic than on a movie like Dragon Ball and a franchise like Dragon Ball. So I probably won't be able to speak reliably about my performance because I'll probably like tear it to shreds. But I think I think the best thing about I think the best thing about it is for me, I felt like as long as I feel like audiences take away Gamma Two's heart from the film, that's all I can ask for of myself. I and just kind of piggybacking off of Alex, I think it's like a very funny story that's connecting back to the roots of Dragon Ball with more humor, more expansion on the world. We don't really focus on Goku and Vegeta as characters. This is more this is definitely an expansion of the universe of Dragon Ball, which is something that I really really like to see. Yeah.
Right on, right on. Thank you so much.
All right, Ernesto.
Hey guys, Alex, Zeno, pleasure to meet you guys. Great work on the film. My question is a sort of like one for both of you guys. So I want to know what the process was like voicing these two characters and becoming partners both on and off screen. You guys collaborated a lot, before making the movie.
Well, prior to doing this film, we hadn't done a lot of things together. At least things where we're not fighting.
Not to this capacity. We're usually like fighting each other and stuff. Like if you watch Kuroko's Basketball Rivals, or like sometimes I'll like he'll bully me or I'll bully him.
Yeah.
And it's always
so this was kind of our moment to finally
be bros.
Yeah. And even tracing back to the audition process, we basically kind of auditioned together. Chris Sabat, our director, was like, "Hey, I would like to hear you both, for these roles."
Mm-hmm.
And so Zeno would text me and he's like, "Did you do it yet?" And I text him like, "No."
Did you do it yet? Yeah. Like,
we kind of trade files and listen to what we did and kind of just like take notes. And even going into the booth, we had a lot of time to just collaborate, and that was a really fun experience.
Cool. Yeah. Like Alex came early to recordings, and he Chris, our director, he was like, "Oh, this is my voice. Do you want to sit in?" And he kind of let Alex kind of sit in and listen to a lot of my process, which I think like really helped us kind of establish not just like making the voices similar and distinct, but also helping kind of create the bond and the cohesion between the two characters. Because then we had the freedom to, if Alex got an idea, he could hop in the booth, and I would hop out, or if I got an idea, I could hop in and he would hop out, and we could always swap. And I can go, "Oh, because you read it like this, I can read it like that now that I'm hearing it in real time." And that's like a rarity in anime recording. So it really helped us, I think, establish the relationship between Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
Wow, really cool tag team then. That's awesome. Thank you guys.
All right, Jamil and Jeff.
Hey, shout out to you guys. Hey, what up, Zeno, Alex? How you guys doing from the lookout? So actually, I wanted to ask. Well, I have two questions, but I'll do one. Um, I'm assuming both of you guys grew up watching Dragon Ball. I know Zeno did. I've interviewed him before. So did you have to have any prep? Let's say we're doing the power up scenes, we're doing the action scenes, we're doing the screaming scenes. Did you guys need any prep? Did you guys have to ask for any advice? Did you guys have to do kind of anything for that, or was like, nah, this is ingrained in me since I was a kid? Like
My
I've done this.
prep was years on my middle school, elementary school playground.
In your bedroom.
Right, like that was my prep.
In public places.
Yeah, it was practicing.
Yeah, we look at each other and
Yeah.
go,
Ah! Like that was my prep is playing every game and playing pretend as a kid, and then being impassioned as an artist when the time finally came to know exactly where that comes from inside of myself.
Yeah, if anything, Chris was our director was very surprised when we both came in ready to do the fight sounds.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "Whoa, you guys already know what to do. I don't need to tell
yeah.
you." Yeah.
And in fact, sometimes I think I kind of scared him a little bit of how eager I was to Gamma 2 has a couple of like really big moments, and like I would finish them, and he would be like, "Are you okay?" And I would be like, "Can I do another?"
Like,
yeah, exactly.
More.
And he's like, "You madman, we got it the first time." I can like hear him like clench up whenever I like had to do a big scream because he was very concerned. He was worried about my voice because he knows what those things can do to our voices. But I was all in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And does it change the pressure joining something like Dragon Ball Super and putting your voice on a character? Does it change the way that you go into your performance? Is it it's kind of like what my partner Mills said. Does it really take you to a whole nother level knowing that you're playing a character that's going to be in history on such a major franchise?
I think there is definitely a certain amount of pressure there because jumping into such a legendary franchise, there's always going to be high expectations and stuff like that. But personally speaking, and I'm sure it is for you too, we were just so eager to play in this world that we had no worries whatsoever. I was certainly not nervous at all. I think my excitement to just go in there and be a part of this film kind of outweighed any concerns I had. So at the end of the day, and I knew I was doing it with you, so I knew we were gonna have a blast. Yeah. And when the day came, we just had a great time, as expected. Yeah.
I set out to make this my best work to date. I think that's just a pressure I put on myself with this being Dragon Ball, but I really did set out to be like, I want this to, like, everything that I've done before, I want this to top it. And I think when I focused on that, it became less about, I did feel pressure, of course, with Dragon Ball's near dear. So there's any pressure being put on me, it's by my own standards. But I did kind of set out to make it the best I've done, and I think that dedication to that made me like put pressure off of me and made me really hone in on the work.
Right, that's awesome. You guys did great. That's awesome.
All right, let's run it back from the top.
All right, so it is Dragon Ball. We're all fans here, so we got to ask the typical, the forums and the old school chat questions. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 versus Android 17 and 18. How does this go down?
Ooh, let's see. Well, I'm going to say this. We gave Piccolo a hard time.
Yeah, and Gohan. Gohan post Boo.
Right. I mean, he's not as sharp as he was, once, but right. I think it would be a pretty tied match, but I'm just saying we're kind of the update, huh?
I think I think when it's described in the movie as the mightiest androids ever, I don't know where that they are like power level wise, but I feel like I'd give it to the Gammas.
I think their new technology and their new ability to adapt even to the greatest fighters like Gohan and Piccolo
even
gives them a high advantage.
They didn't even. It's not like they came out of those fights like
really
damaged either.
I was thinking about it. Like not even like not even broke a sweat.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, I think obviously you got a lobby for your
The new
characters,
highs,
but I think we all know the MVP of the Tournament of Power was Android 18, or 17. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But like, if you think about it, sure, Android 17 also got murked by Trunks. Both of the androids when he went back to the future and just murked both of the androids. Now I'm like, I have to power scaling. Like if I can compare with Gohan Super Saiyan 2, right? Who taught Trunks, like I feel like somewhere here. No.
Fair enough.
I've said my piece.
Yeah.
All right, Ernesto.
All right, so my question is something on the similar lines of that, but I want to ask you two, who would you guys want Gamma 1 and 2 to go up against? What duo do you think would be a fun duo to go up against in a fight?
I really agree with Android 17 and 18. I really would want to know, like, in canon, like, who is the stronger, like, pair of, like, androids. I really do think, like
Android 17 and 18 at their peak performance.
Yeah, like, in their prime. Before they, like, became, like, home people. Like,
home. I think the thing that is so interesting about androids is their ability to adapt and, basically study their opponent's moves instantly.
Right.
So I feel like it would be a very fast pace. And what do you do when you put two computers against each other?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So,
Mac versus Android.
Battle of the Androids. That'd be awesome. I would want to see
that. Which is the better hardware?
Jamil and Jeff.
So how long? Well, I don't know how long, but did it come to the realization that you guys are really one of the first people of color kind of playing these massive roles in Dragon Ball, and kind of how did that kind of like, did it hit you at any time as it hit you now in terms of like playing these massive roles? It's like really the first time in Dragon Ball over the last maybe 2 decades or so we're seeing true people of color in these massive roles in the film. Like, how do you guys feel about that, and how has it kind of affected you?
I honestly haven't really thought about it like that. Yeah, but that's kind of crazy that just so happens that the two of us got to jump in at such a great time.
Yeah.
And I feel like, for me as an immigrant who basically grew up learning English via Dragon Ball, I feel like for me this is very much one of my best goals I've ever accomplished in my life. And
cool.
And I've had fans come up to me and thank me for making them feel at home when they consume media with somebody else who looks like them in it. So I think it's definitely important, as always, but it really hasn't set in yet. I think it really hasn't. I haven't really sat with it.
I think I noticed like how diverse the cast was when that big list with everybody and their pictures kind of came together. I was like, oh, this is kind of a little bit of a diverse cast we got going on here, at least with the new people. And not just like me and you, like as far as races go, but I think generations, like, we have like you and Zach who like, and me who are kind of like the fresher blood when it comes to like voiceover. And then there's like Charles Martinet, who's like a freaking legend in the community, and like a legend on like the video game side, being the voice of Mario. And then apparently James Marnoka was part of like the Absalom like film, like fan film stuff that used to happen. So
it's definitely a new film in every sense of the word.
And like I know like the impact Dragon Ball had on the Black community, and I know the impact it still does have on our community. So like I was acutely aware of how I never thought, like, I've been trying to play Oob for or like when Oob comes back, I was like, he's like the only one we've got, so I had to be able to play it in this capacity, like on this scale on a movie like this. I think I've been acutely aware of like how actors are, how far we've come when it comes to representation and actors of color, and like being able to play Android, being able to play Gamma 2 as opposed to like some other character, I think is a testament to that.
Just the fact that we're able to see ourselves, top billing.
The fact that I was considered, the fact that Chris Sabat was like, "Hey, like I think I want you," like that's crazy to me. So
we've definitely come a long way, and I feel like this is definitely like a historic moment, for both of us and also the industry in general.
Yeah.
All right, we have a little under 5 minutes, so let's go back to the top again.
All right, right on. All right, so another question in terms of the film. Now, Alex, you said you've seen it. I just wanted you could express your emotion of looking at the animation, which is clearly next level in this film. I just wanted to know, what were you thinking when you was watching it? Because I was kind of like mind blown without words, but see, I'm putting you on the spot so you can generate some words about what I was thinking, if possible.
The thing that was super amazing for me to see with this is that it's a new form of animation. It's 3D, but it's stylized as 2D. So they were able to get really, really creative with that. And for the first time with these free cameras, we were able to do these insane angles within like half a second.
Yeah.
So the fight scenes always they never needed to like cut to multiple different angles. They just like pan the camera around and you could see the fight scenes like in their entirety. And also the way they did the colors of the blasts and everything was just incredible. And the choreography really, really like stood out with this new animation. I was just absolutely blown away. It was truly a spectacle for me personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna just agree with you there. Like, I think this is like some of the first few times outside of playing the games you can see a lot of these moves and a lot of this stuff in a true three-dimensional space.
It's Dragon Ball 3D.
Yeah, it like hits different.
Dragon Ball.
It hits a little differently. Like for fans of Broly, who like how crisp and fluid that animation was, I think this is gonna have more specifics to like a more well-rounded like kind of spectacle than Broly was. I think I can only always speak to the specificity of like there's so many tight, minute details that can only really be captured like in like a 3D kind of animation style. And I think like
they did a great
job. It's like cool seeing like all this stuff, all these fights happen in like three-dimensional space. It's
also
so
the
cool.
colors are very saturated and bright. It's awesome. But
thank you.
All right, Ernesto.
I wanted to know what you two took away from your experience of entering the Dragon Ball world, and how that you think will affect your work going forward. Like what it means to you, to be a part of this iconic franchise.
Going forward, I feel like we're probably gonna always look back on this moment as like, hopefully not look back on it as like, wow,
I'll never get there again. But, how do I top Dragon Ball?
It's definitely putting them up for whatever we do next. But it truly, again, it's an incredible moment for both of us, I think.
I think for me, when we were speaking on the last question about like representation and about what that means, like I guess if you'd asked a 2017 Zeno who was like, man, they're not hiring me because blank, 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 you would never have thought like he would eventually like go on to be like a star in one of the Dragon Ball films. Like as a kid, like it's just very a full circle moment for like my inner child, but also for like me as an artist as well. Like Dragon Ball was kind of part of what brought me into this world of anime and what started that flame, that passion. And now that I'm a part of it, it will stay with me as something that's like, wow, like a lot of the things that you thought were unachievable are, as long as you like continue to like continue to focus on the work and just grateful to God and just be blessed, just keep focused on be great and grateful and be the best artist you could be.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I keep